me what prompted you to start Girl Flow.
So really, it was kind of something that I noticed like during COVID because I was working in the school's food pantry, and then school just stopped. And then I realized that we were providing all of these products that were necessary for people at the time, like extremely necessary. But I was like, nobody was thinking of menstrual products. So that's why I was like, here's something that I think we should talk about. And it's already pushed under the rug sometimes. So I feel like that was why I needed to start my project. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about, let's talk about, yeah. Let's talk about conversations with Nicole.
Well, I'm excited and delighted to be here with you, Miss Amaya Waymon. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So, born and raised in Tallahassee.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and a senior at the James S. Rickards High School.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so I met you many, many moons ago. I think you were a middle schooler at the time, if I'm not mistaken, through your mom's sorority.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
specifically, that organization was the Arcanets, I believe?
It was the MECAS at the time, but
Okay.
it's the Zeta Phi Beta Youth Auxiliaries.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. Are you still involved with that organization?
Yes, I am. I am an Arcanet now, and I actually serve as the president.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now you have several organizations that you are part of. Talk to me a little about some of the organizations that you're involved in.
So I'm involved in so many different organizations, from being the Student Government Association president, National Honor Society, National Achievers, Junior League, Student United Way. I'm also a debutante. I'm just involved in so many different things. T.A. Thomas, number 10, Starlights, also a med, Youth Court 134. Just so many different groups that I'm involved in, heavily inside and outside of school.
How do you keep up with it all, ma'am?
I really just kind of stay balanced, and I feel that if it's something that's for me, it wouldn't pass me. So if I can't get to it or it just doesn't happen, then I was like, it wasn't meant for me.
Okay, nice. And so you are in a number of leadership roles. Tell me about what you believe makes a good leader.
I feel that what makes you a good leader is being able to just stand up and take action, not just being able to, oh, if I see someone over here in the corner that's alone, bringing them in. But it's also about that too, but it's being able to actually create change and not just talk. Because I notice sometimes there's always a lot of chiefs, but nobody really truly wants to actually get through with the mission and what we're trying to accomplish.
Hello. Right, yes, sometimes there are a lot of chiefs. And so how do you deal with all of the chiefs? And you're also seeking to be a chief as well, right?
Right.
How do you deal with that?
I feel that one way that I'm able to deal with it is just being able to kind of find everyone's task or thing that we need to focus on and see if it's a way for us to all come together and then accomplish and attack what we're trying to get done.
Okay, so it sounds like collaboration and consensus are important.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, very good. And so you involved in all of these organizations, you're a leader. Has leadership and being involved in organizations been kind of what you've done, even, coming up? Is this something that you've been groomed to do?
Yes, for sure. It's something that is really important to me. I was introduced to leadership, service, and all of that at a young age, and it kind of just followed. And I actually recently was
aware that I was the best and brightest for the leadership category at Rickers. And I feel that that was very important to me because noticing that more people are aware of my leadership.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now, what do you think are some of the issues that young people are facing today?
It's so many different issues, whether it's just peer pressure, bullying, gun violence, especially in our community. But it's so many other things, especially mental health as well.
Okay, and what are your thoughts about what some of the solutions might be to some of those problems?
I feel that it's really just being able to come together, but not just come together, but make sure we're getting people that have a testimony or have some kind of experience behind that, because we can't just bring all of these kids who are, the best of the best in the room to talk about this, who really may not have that story to share about this situation that may help us get to the solution.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know Ricketts also houses the IB program, and so my son was part of the IB program, and oftentimes it kind of felt like a school within a school. And I used to encourage him to kind of bring those two populations together. Do you find that the students, get along even though they may come from different backgrounds and, have different stories or cultures?
Yes, for sure. That was something that I noticed before I even became a student at Rickers, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just kind of separated. And I feel that it's not just, it's true, and I think that it's one of those things that it won't be able to change, but I know that by continuing to have different activities, events, and times where they have all the students together, we'll all be able to join.
Nice. Now I want to talk more about Girl Flow. And so you started this during the pandemic because you saw a need. What have been some of the successes that you've had as it relates to starting your organization?
I would say just like when I had donation drives, it was a big turnout, more than I would ever have think that it would have been, as well as being able to have, with community help and support, to have the menstrual dispensers placed in all schools. Like that just, it happened so fast because this was just sophomore year, and then now almost the beginning of junior year, everything is all coming together, which I never would have thought. And other people that work in the menstrual equity space, it usually takes a longer time for them to get this done.
Wow. So you petitioned Leon County Schools, or?
Actually, a school board member came to me and was able to kind of just increase this and make people be able to talk about it, because she was like, this is important and we need this in Leon County Schools. And then I just went on from there.
So what's the response been from the students across the county?
It's been amazing because it really hasn't just affected Leon County, it's affected surrounding counties as well, because I've had people say, hey, is it some way that you have more products or you're able to give products here as well? And I'm like, yes, of course, because this is how we end period poverty in schools. And just being able to make sure that the products were provided. My biggest thing was making sure that it was accessible and available for students. And many students come to me, they're like, hey, there's no products in the restaurant now. I'm like, hey, that's not really my job. I already have them working on that. They're gonna stock it up. But really, students are always coming to me saying that it really makes a difference, because even if they didn't need it, it's still that thing of, like I say, emergency.
Wow, that's great. So who have been some of your partners and major champions or supporters with the Girl Flow?
Leon County Schools, Facet Brook Law Offices, as well as Women Wednesday, Junior League, just so many different others, and even some of my community support. Like I remember one time I was doing this thing within May, which was the menstrual month, and I had someone donate some products to me, and it was one time somebody just gave me $1 and they told me that this was all they had, but I said, hey, it really doesn't matter, because whether it's a small or large donation, it makes a difference.
Absolutely, that is special. So what have you learned about you during this process?
I can say that I've learned the importance of gratitude, really just being able to be thankful, because I didn't know that for some students this really made a difference. Even for the students that may not have ever need to think, hey, can you bring me these products, and not have to worry about it, but truly just being able to be thankful that this was something that many people really needed. I mean, I had some students say that now they're able to go to class and not have to worry about anything happening.
Wow. Have you done any workshops or seminars around Girl Flow?
Yes, I have. I actually went to an elementary and middle school to talk to students many different times about the importance of menstrual health.
Wow, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. So what are some of your plans for the future for Girl Flow?
So really my biggest plan is to create my own products. I just feel like it's been so many different things that I've been researching and hearing about through many different people's businesses within products, but I wouldn't have them for cost, of course. I would just be giving them away because that kind of just goes along with my whole mission. And then for college and everything, I plan to attend the HBCU so that I can focus on making sure that products are available in all HBCUs.
Wow, what a tremendous goal, but I think you can achieve it.
Yes, for sure.
Wow, that is awesome. And so you're thinking about starting your own product line. Have you even attempted to try to create your own products?
No, I haven't, because I know that it's really a lot of work, and I know that I can accomplish it, but right now I can't, but I've been doing my research, talking to people that I know that are wanting to share, because I notice that sometimes people aren't always wanting to share things like that. But what I'm doing is I'm not about to just go ahead and turn around and get it for profit, but being able to give those products away.
Okay, interesting. That's again great, tremendous. And so, what are your personal plans? I know you said going to a HBCU, but what are you planning on majoring in?
I plan on majoring in political science and communications because I aspire to become an attorney, and then one day, after working in law, I want to run for office.
Oh, okay. So we have some political aspirations,
yes,
huh?
for sure.
All right. And why is that?
I feel that for me, that's one way that I'm able to make change. That's one thing that I really, truly noticed when I started the Girl Flow was advocacy. Just being able to, when I got involved with legislation regarding bills that focused on menstrual products being available in all Florida public schools, it just was like, it kind of just, everything felt right. And I was just being able to talk and fight and hear different perspectives really just resonated with me.
So it was almost like you were in your zone, huh?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. I'm so just proud of you and excited.
Thank you
for everything that you have going on, and just watching you blossom into this beautiful young lady has just been a joy. So, wow. As I think about just your journey, it just seems like you have taken on so much in a short amount of time. What do you feel is the thing that you want young women across cultures to be able to come together and do? Because there's power in sisterhood.
It is.
And I'm sure you have felt that during the Girl Flow, and just all of the folks that have come together, male and female, but specifically the women and girls. Like, what is it that you're hoping that we can do as women together?
I hope that we're able to all come together and put like our differences aside, because when we bring our differences and not in a good way, it kind of just leads to chaos or not getting what we need done. But being able to come together and realize what we're here for and what we have to get done is what matters the most.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And what would you tell a young girl who might be, anxious about, starting her cycle and that sort of thing? What encouragement would you give to her?
I would really just remind her that, hey, it happens to all of us. It's going to happen to all of us. Understand that now this means that you are a young lady, young woman, and now this is real. But be able to, still understand that you're amazing wonderful self.
Indeed, and that you're not alone.
Exactly.
And there's support around to assist you during this time.
Definitely.
Indeed, indeed. All right, so final question is, what do you believe is your greater work?
I feel that my greater work is truly just service. Being able to, because my motto is service before self. And I just believe that I'm really a true servant leader. And it just always makes me feel good, because something that kind of always reminds me is, to whom much is given, much is required. And I feel that being able, because I've had so much given to me, and I have to know that because of this standard, there's things that I need to get done, but I know that I always need to continue to give back.
Beautiful.
Thank
I'm about
you.
to cry. Service before self, love it, and you definitely embodied that, Miss Amaya. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today.
Thank you. I really enjoyed being here.
Indeed, and all the best to you in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you all for joining us on Conversations with Nicole, where we are connecting the community through conversations.